Hi, it's All Action No Plot, talking all things Tottenham Hotspur, and today, a week before the Champions League final, I'm asking, should Harry Kane start that Champions League final? I'm not asking, is Kane's ankle better? I'm just going to assume the ankle is recovered. So the question is, does he start or does he come on later? If he starts, we maybe get 60 or 70 minutes out of him. If he comes on later, perhaps at half time or after 60 or 70 minutes, and thereafter he could play potentially for extra time if we needed to go there, and even take a penalty if that were necessary. So if Kane were a substitute, this would presumably mean that Son and Lucas would start an attack. I'm just going to exclude Fernando Llorente from this argument for now. Yes, he did make the difference against Ajax, but he's not good enough. The question is, Kane as a substitute or Kane in the starting lineup? And if Kane is a substitute, then Son and Lucas start. Son's had a great season. He's our player of the season officially, and Lucas obviously scored the hat-trick against Ajax, so there's strong grounds for both of them to start together. I'd also point out that Lucas tends to play better for us, at least score more goals for us, when he starts from the beginning of the game rather than as an impact substitute. If you think of his 2 goals against Man United, if you think of his hat-trick against Huddersfield and the hat-trick against Ajax, of course, those all came from starting berths rather than as a substitute, which is weird to me because he does seem to have all the attributes to be a super sub, to make an impact from the bench with that pace, but he seems to do better for us when he starts from the off. I'm not buying this. Quite simply, our attack is better with Kane than without Kane. Obviously, we all know what Kane can do. He's not just a poacher, he scores goals from long range, he holds up the ball, he drops back and brings midfield into the game. I would therefore prefer to start him, get him up against Virgil van Dijk right from the off. Let's get us on the front foot. And also, if we are going to start him, let's name him in that starting lineup a day before the game begins. Let's not wait until an hour before. Let's get Van Dijk and Klopp and the Liverpool defence thinking about it and stewing about it for a whole day beforehand. So if Kane were to start, how would that look? Well, it could be in some sort of 4-3-3 formation, with Kane through the middle and Son and Lucas either side of him. I'm not a fan of this. I think this will leave us a bit too light in midfield, which presumably would be Sissoko, Eriksen and Dele Alli. We'd therefore have Eriksen, Dele Alli, Kane, Son and Lucas all on the pitch at the same time. Liverpool are presumably going to have a lot of the ball themselves. That midfield and attack is just too lopsided for me. We'd need to have a bit more defensive cover. Therefore, I wouldn't go with a 4-3-3. I'd go with a 4-4-2, Kane and Son in attack, and a bit more defensive cover. Winks if fit, otherwise Wanyama or Eric Dyer. This would mean Lucas not starting, Lucas being on the bench. Some might grumble that this is a bit unfair on the chap, given what he did in the semi-final. I say there is no room for sentiment in the Champions League final. We therefore pick the best possible team, and for me, that's Harry Kane in attack alongside Son. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, leave a comment below, and do check out the blog allactionnoplot.com.